approximately once a year. And of course, their living world seasons. Included in this is some quality of life items and fashion item releases as well.
Okay.
These consist of mount skins, weapon skins, infinite salvage kits, extra bag slots, and then different types of particle effect infinite tools. Those will make more sense once you've actually bought a good few amount of mining tools and so on and so forth. And the best part is that with gold to gem conversion, you don't have to...
Somebody said a WoW private server is 10,000 right now. Regler, what private server has 10,000 active players right now at this exact moment? Because I don't know any of them that do. Wait, Warmane actually does? I don't believe that. Because doesn't Warmane sell gear? No. Here I'm about to drop a big IQ. This is a big IQ. Get ready for it. They sell gear? Okay, all right. Okay. Listen to this. The more people, as I said, the larger the server is, the higher the perceived value of getting a really badass item is, because you get to show it to more people. So imagine having a private server and there's only one person playing on it, or 50 people playing on it. That gear is going to be, I guess, like comparatively less valuable than if you're playing on a server that has 10,000 people on it. So in Warmane's example, it's actually in their best interest to say that they have more people playing on that server, because it artificially increases the perceived value of them selling the gear to the players. Appeals to play? No, I don't believe it. Here's a thing. Whenever coincidence and personal gain converge, it's never a coincidence.
Spend another penny on this game after you buy it. You can if you wish, but arguably you can get everything you want just by playing the game.
Okay.
ArenaNet's prime target market is the gamer who does not want to be left behind and feel that they need to grind for weeks just to achieve their goals.
Oh, that seems familiar.
You are able to reach level 80 by playing any game mode you wish, with the exception to some free-to-play limitations.
Okay.
If you wish to do the standard method and just grind out heart completion, go for it. However, if you're a player versus player...
Man, am I going to have to level up a heart in another game? Like, I just hit Azurite level 50. Like, I don't think that I can handle another one. Like, I mean, really? The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Fanatic, you are able to go in at level 2 and just start playing through your reward tracks.
Lights up as 5,000?
These tracks
That's a lot.
take your PvP experience and reward you with items periodically.
Okay.
You will occasionally be granted a Tome of Knowledge, which is equal to 1 level gained. Upon usage of this item, you will gain 1 character level. PvP in Guild Wars 2 is played in two game modes. These consist of Conquest and Stronghold.
Bro, like, let's get to some fucking, like...
World. In Conquest,
all right, we're gonna just skip
to node ownership and play 5 versus 5.
Okay.
Essentially, capture point deathmatch.
So it's a Arathi Basin,
where you use supply to request NPCs who break down walls and eventually kill the main NPC.
Let's see. Yeah, I want to see what this is. How is it so far?
Stronghold is due a rework, and it's
yeah.
Not
I'm gonna go to how is it so far. Just gonna skip ahead.
How is it so far for you? If you are an ex-World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV or whatever player, you may be used to the item level grind and constant desire to be relevant by farming random drops which may never come.
Man, shut the fuck up. It's fine. Everything's fine.
This is something you love and need in your MMO of choice. Guild Wars 2 will not offer you that. Guild Wars 2 will always be played at your own pace. If you want to leave and come back when the Living World episodes release, go for it. Some people play every single day, others don't. They make their own content. They form communities and play the game the way they want to. The limitations of the...
God, dude, like, just the way that they fucking... Oh, you play the game you want to play. Like, it's so fucking casual, man. Like, no, you don't play the game the way that you want to play. Fucking log on. And there's a list of things that you got to do. You got to get to level 60. You got to get your fucking gear. You got to get your fire resist. You got to get your attunement. You got to get into Molten Core. You got to kill Ragnaros. You got to kill fucking BWL. You got to kill Nefarian. You got to go into AQ40. You got to go into Maradon and farm the gear for AQ40. And you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you have to fucking farm that shit out. And if you don't want to do it, if you don't want to level, if you don't want to do it the right way, oh, I just want to PvP? Fine. Enjoy being level 10 for your whole fucking life. Because that's all you're ever going to be. And there's no structure to the game. Like, then how do you determine who's good and who's bad if there's no structure to the game? Like, I mean, that's the best part about games that have a lot of structure, is that you know who's fucking better than you and who you're better than. You know where you stand on the totem pole, in the feeding chain, in the food pyramid.
Raids in this game is that there is only a single tier of difficulty. That
Story,
said,
yeah,
there are
fucking...
objects called challenge modes, which increase the difficulty of some encounters, not all of them. These add additional health and additional mechanics.
All right, let's see
Raid
it. Do
bosses
it.
drop exclusive skins and achievements that can provide you with exclusive items.
Do it.
That said, due to the lack of gear treadmill, all of the previous raid wings are still as relevant as the most recent. This means that none of the bosses actually become outdated. They remain equally as difficult as they were the first time that you did them. And the only thing that improves that is your experience with the bosses. As previously mentioned, there are currently 6 raid wings with another one in development, hopefully coming in 2019. So that means currently there are 22 encounters with 16 bosses.
I don't know. I mean, no class rolls, no gear progression, no end game. Like, this seems like... This just seems so, like, massively open-ended that I don't feel like I could really think that I was better than somebody in this game. I mean, this is like... And if I can't do that, what's the point? Massively casual? Well, it is. It does seem like it is massively casual. And I don't want... I want to play a game where I can invest all day into the game and I will be better than somebody that doesn't. Now, I think that there's a limit to that. I don't like the infinitely scaling Azerite power and the artifact power, but I want to be better than somebody because I put more time into the game. And I think skill and time invested should play, maybe not equal parts, but they should both play a part in, like, my character's power.
The encounters count as actual raid engagements, but they are not bosses in themselves.
Okay.
This includes things like escorting an NPC from one side to another whilst defending it. Each boss can drop ascended weapons and gear, and it's a pretty good method of making gold as well. Now let's quickly recap on the Living World. The Living World story is a regular release schedule of ArenaNet, where they provide the player base with a story which is separate to the storylines contained in the core game, as well as Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire.
No, I don't care about this.
You will, however, need the expansions to play the story.
I don't care. I care about the story.
One at a time and typically arrive with a new map, new skins, and new achievements. In a recent case, they included a new mount with one of the episodes. You can find ascended gear in these episodes, whilst also enjoying an ongoing lore saga that may or may not hold your attention. And lastly, there are replayable dungeons in Guild Wars 2 known as fractals. They range from level 1 to 100 and require a special resistance in order to progress. Each level increases in difficulty.
Okay.
This special resistance is known as Agony. Agony can be socketed into your ascended gear, and the best bit is you can even do some of these in challenge mode, and these really are hard. There are also things called mislock instabilities. These are essentially affixes that will attempt to make the fact...
I want to say something. I actually don't like infinitely scaling content. I think that you should be able to like it, and I think Path of Exile, outside of Delve, does this really well. If you see some dude whose dick is actually the same length as my forearm here, and he goes up to the Chamber of the Minotaur, and he just fucking goes like this, and he's dead? Oh, wow. That's fucking awesome. That's amazing. Shapers per second DPS, exactly. That's what I want to see. And like, the infinitely scaling stuff, I've just, it's like kind of, it's not really that cool. I want to be able to get to a point into the game. I want to be able to break the game. Like, literally just break the game. Like, whenever I play an ARPG, my goal is to walk around while casting nothing and still clear the raid. Or still clear the map or the dungeon or the rift or whatever. I want to be able to put in the least effort possible and get the biggest results imaginable. And you can't do that in infinitely scaling stuff. Like, I'm just not a fan. They're not infinite. Oh, they're not. Okay. They only go up to 100. That's what somebody said.
Harder. These are on a rotation, and more of them apply to your dungeons as you progress through the higher
but the
tiers.
But the gear's going to be the same, though, right?
There can only be 3 at once. And as always, here is a list of that on the wiki.
Oh, the affixes, okay.
I should note that these are not going to be available to you until you hit level 80.
Okay.
Fractals can reward you with exclusive golden fractal
Damn, you've got to be fast for
this. And also
this.
with ascended gear via rare drops.
This is cool.
Many players farm these on a regular and daily basis.
This is badass.
Then again, you might say, well,
wow,
my friend has been playing this for a while, and I'm going to be way behind where they are.
Sped up? Oh.
But Guild Wars 2 have already thought of that. As a maximum level, you can go out of your way to the low-level areas, and you can scale to their content.
Yeah.
This means that your friends can come and play with you as a brand new player, and they will gain something from it as well. There is also a benefit in the sense that you do hit a lot harder than these new characters, so you can farm those mobs
like having
very,
heirlooms.
very quickly and efficiently. It
That
also
makes
gives you a
sense.
reason to go back and farm some achievements. So at this point, I think I've covered all the bases.
Okay.
I've covered free-to-play, paid versions of the game, the combat system, PvP, World v World, fractals, and raids.
Man.
I think that I've presented you with enough information to enable you to formulate an answer.
I want to go ahead and I want to respond to something that somebody said in chat, because I think that's the way that I feel too. There's 0 vertical progression. If all of the raid bosses drop the same tier of gear, that means that you're basically doing, like, imagine doing check world versus world. We'll look at that in a minute, okay? Let me respond to this. That's exactly what Guild Wars 2. It's like, imagine if Nax, Molten Core, BWL, and AQ40 all dropped basically the same gear. Like, Classic would suck. Like, let's be real, it would just suck. I mean, like, if you're gonna play max level, it would just suck. So I really don't think, like, that's good. Like, not having vertical progression seems like it's really it makes the whole thing meaningless to me.
Ultimately, if you are somebody who can relax and not demand content every week, and create your own content with friends, and do regular daily completions, you may be happy in Guild Wars 2. I personally play PvP every single day, on stream for about 5 to 8 hours, and to me it's enjoyable working to improve and get closer to the top rankings. For others, it's about speed clearing raid bosses or winning some of the player-made raid tournaments. Some people collect all the skins, and some just want to have all the gold that they possibly could. To date, I've put in 3,400 hours in 2 years, and there are some that have put in over 12,000 in the last 6.
That's a good start.
The game will be what you make of it. However, I genuinely do believe that you should buy the expansions. If you wait for a sale, perfect, that's fine by me.
Yeah,
but
I don't think they have pet
definitely
battles.
worth your while. Now, here's my chance to sell out a little bit. I do have links in the description you could use to both try the game and buy the game if you like.
Oh, he has a
Simply
referral
because
code.
I am an ArenaNet partner. I wanted to make this video because people kept asking the question on Reddit, and I just wanted to answer the question in a video format.
Okay,
If you guys do have any further questions, find me on my Twitch stream.
Okay,
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, dude. Okay, dude.